Let's play a for instance game. Assume you are the US president. You are having your morning coffee when your CIA briefer comes in and says, Mr. President, we just learned a guy called Bob in Palo Alto invented a device you should know about. What kind of device, you say? Well, says the briefer, it can make any car engine 80% more efficient. 80%, you say? That's a lot. Yes, sir. If it works, car will need only a fifth of the gas they use today worldwide. You put down your coffee. And does it work? Yes, sir, it does. For some reason, the briefer doesn't look happy. So you ask him, and how much did it cost? The guy looked at his notes. It costs $15 and change, and anyone can build it in an hour from the stuff one can buy at Home Depot. Wow, you say. Did you ask my chief of staff for impact assessment? We did, said the briefer, and it's not good. No, why not? Well, says the CIA briefer, the Department of Energy says if demand for oil worldwide falls by 80%, Exxon is bankrupt, and so is Russia. So it will attack Poland and Germany while it can. Oh, you say. And, the briefer continues, with oil costing pennies, China's army is a low-cost monster, and it probably will take Taiwan next week, maybe also Irkutsk in the east for bankrupt Russia. Oh, you say, that's not good. No, says the CIA briefer. And he continues, Saudi Arabia will survive 3 years maybe 4, because they have cash. But then they'll go bankrupt also, as will Iran in 2 months, and so will Hezbollah because Iran can pay them, and then Israel will control the Middle East. Oops, you say? What does the State Department say about it? Oh, the briefer says, don't ask. They hate it, and so do we at Langley. The Israelis never do what we tell them. Ah, you say, so it's urgent, is it? Yes, it is, the briefer says. The inventor wants to go public next month, and is about to tell the world about his invention tomorrow. 80% less oil demand, you say. Does anyone else know? No, the briefer says, but apparently something leaked out. Exxon is down 15% pre-market, and Russia has been moving tanks near Poland. Here the CIA briefer looks up. What do you think we should do, Mr. President? So you say, what does the Department of Energy says? It's energy, isn't it? The briefer says, they say talk to the inventor. See if he'll tone the thing down to only 10% more efficient. This Exxon can live with. And you ask, what does your boss in CIA say? Well, says the CIA flunky, he just sent a sanctioner with a Magnum 45 to talk to the Bob before the Department of Energy talks to him. Meantime, we are working together on a news release. Ah, you say, so it's being handled. Yes, Mr. President, I think so. Okay, let's stop right here. Because both you and I can be sure the coming news release will be a lie, and it better be for your sake and mine, not just the government's sake. Why? Because the last thing you want as president, and also all of us, is to have too big a change happening all at once. Too big a change is risky. It can cause upheaval. It can cause lack of trust in the government. And without trust in government, we are all Haiti or Lebanon writ large. And so the government in this case must act and then lie about it. It's their duty. One of the 3 duties of anyone in power. Which duties are these? First is to do everything they can to keep themselves in power. Second duty is to avoid too big changes. And the third duty, if big changes do come, to slow them down any way they can. So why am I telling you all this now? Because anytime the government denies something most vehemently, I automatically check to see what's really going on. Because yes, it's the government job to deny big changes, which is why I don't hold its lying against it, alleged lying. I'll do the same in their place, and so would you. But I am not the government, nor are you. We are investors. So our jobs, given to us by our families and loved ones, is to jump on big changes while others are foolishly allowing themselves to be bamboozled. This way, we can take the bamboozled's money. Like which kind of changes? And why am I telling you all this now? 2 current reasons. The first is AI. The second is UFOs, or as the CIA spooks now call it, UAP. Let's start with AI. AI, artificial intelligence, can do all kinds of things fast. They can play chess, play Go, fold proteins, fly fighter jets, help investors invest in the stock market, and so on. The only thing it can't do yet is write novels, luckily for me, because I do occasionally. Now, a few months ago, AI suddenly could do one more thing, extremely dangerous thing. The company called OpenAI managed to crack codes super fast without even knowing the coding key. OpenAI is the creation of one Sam Altman, an ambitious magnetic genius who collected a few hundred bright nerds to do with AI what Steve Jobs did with Apple and Pixar. So what happened? Somebody in the company apparently told the man that AI can now crack any code, and so Sam Altman was fired. Why? Remember the fictional Bob who could make any car 80% more efficient? This, in my view, was Sam Altman. His OpenAI could crack any code, allegedly. And by the way, a few weeks before that, somehow, NASA closed fast an experiment with quantum computing that somehow managed to crack the meanest, baddest, most secret code also. Yeah? Even those of the CIA and the NSA? Yep, allegedly. Maybe yes, maybe no. But the man allegedly could take no chances. And so the NASA, the quantum computing experiment was cloned super fast, and the OpenAI company was clamped down, and Sam was fired. But OpenAI is not NASA, and Sam was not your average nerd pussy. He is Steve Jobs' caliber. So all 700 nerds in OpenAI told the representative of the man, "Who are you? We ain't your slaves. We go with Sam." And all of them together with Sam called Microsoft and sold themselves to it. Now the man was stumped. You can send a sanctioner to off 700 nerds. I mean, you can, but they're a valuable national resource also. So the man ground his teeth and reinstated Sam, allegedly, but brought in an adult representing the man, allegedly, to supervise them. Who was that? The one they brought in is Larry Summer, former president of Hamasvad University, who was fired from Hamas College because he didn't hire enough women and the board ganged up on him. Now, with Larry overseeing it, OpenAI is running allegedly only at 10 or 20% of what it can really do, allegedly. Yes, everyone in the company will be rich eventually, but they can't play, meantime, any more irresponsible games with code breaking. Nothing to see really, nothing, move along. But wait, what can happen if OpenAI or anyone else could break any code? The government uses code to do secret stuff too, as it should. And so does the military, as it should also. But also you see all money transfers are today codes. So if an AI can break any code, then no money is safe, yours and mine included. And the company has to go back to the gold standard. You want that? You might. The man sure doesn't. So meantime, Larry oversees OpenAI, NASA's quantum computing is on hold, and everything is calm and peachy because the government says there's nothing to see, which is why I am very interested in some AI companies. Like which? Well, I told you about one. Go back in the past clips and see. Now, what was this other thing the government denies most vehemently? Why, that's UFOs, or as the spooks now call it, UAP. You know, Roswell and stuff, and super-duper supersonic things buzzing around nuclear aircraft carrier like the Nimitz and nuclear missiles. Allegedly, the government has about 20 crash UFOs in its possession or the possession of the defense contractor, which they all back engineer to see what makes them tick. And allegedly, these gizmos have 0-point energy, which can provide free energy to all the planet without dirtying it with oil, which would be good for all of us, yes, but then Exxon would really be pissed off. You want that? You might. The government doesn't. So they keep denying it's true, even though it very possibly is true. There's even the law that says it, the NDAA, the National Defense Appropriation Act, which I told you about. Go look it up. But the government still says it ain't so. Just like in my story about Bob from Palo Alto. So yet again, let me stress, I don't hold the government alleged lies against it. It really is their job to slow changes down so the rest of us don't get too excited. However, as a sleuth investor, it is my job to get excited and find which new things are lied about the most, then sleuth them deeply so I can place my bet properly. Sleuth how? I won't tell you for free. Buy my 2 books, The Sleuth Investor and The Advanced Sleuth Investor, to see for yourself. That's all for today. Please let me know what you think of the above. Subscribe to the channel and retweet to all your friends, subscribers, and followers who they subscribe to. And buy my books. And if you like them, please write a review for Amazon, which I hope will be a good one. I'll see you next time. And meantime, thank you very much for watching.